Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the very first Women in Esports Overwatch match in the British Esports Student Championships. Gihan, this is an exciting time for us, the first one ever, and we get to cast it. How do you feel?
For the first time in Women in Esports, I'm glad I can say, let's go! I'm pumped. I'm hyped. Overwatch League. It's come to the end. I've got that itch for some more Overwatch, and what better way than today with some Women in Esports Overwatch?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we are starting off with a pretty high level game, to be honest. We've got Coventry Crosshairs, who we all know and love. They're a very big name in the regular British Esports tournament. And the Belfast Met Buffaloes, who we actually casted in the last Student Championship stream as well. So we kind of know these teams quite well a little bit already. So, Gihan, do you want to tell me about the Buffaloes? I think you've got something to say about at least one of their players, haven't you?
Yeah. So Buffaloes, they've got, I believe they've only got 5 players on the team. So we're not likely to see any sort of substitutions. They do play what it would be considered the meta, very standard sort of hero picks. Keep a lookout, especially, I will be especially keeping a lookout for Into Astro playing DPS, and their favorite hero being Genji. And as you can see behind me, Genji fanboy here, loving it all. So I'm interested to see how they do. Remember, we are playing on this current patch of Overwatch, so there aren't the nerfs in place just yet. So there's no Zarya nerfs, no Genji nerfs, no Sombra nerfs. So some high octane action there. For those unaware, May will not be available due to the current issues with her in the game. But I'm looking forward to seeing what will be happening there. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Hyperviolet on the tank there, as well as the healing duo to keep them alive throughout all of it. Because Coventry, they got some good players by the sounds of it there, Susie.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few names in here that I do recognise, but also we've got a few fairly new players as well. For example, Purple Dove, one of the DPS players, she's fairly new to Overwatch, but that's what this Women in Esports tournament is all about. It's all about, that bringing new players into them, giving them a safe space to play and, get used to the competitive environment. That's what it's all about. So yeah, we got people also like Fallen Light. Now, they're kind of like a mercy main bronze, and usually you wouldn't really expect the bronze players to be coming into this, but who knows, maybe with a bit of practice they might up that rank, they might get the confidence to play a little bit harder.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, rank isn't everything. Like, there are pro
Especially not in
players.
Overwatch 2. Now,
Yeah,
we've
there are.
all been scuffed by this rank thing in Overwatch 2, yeah?
Mhm.
Definitely. I have not been silver since about 2017, but there I was. I'm still bitter. But yeah, rank is irrelevant right now. But yeah, it's all about giving those new players, those players who don't feel confident to be in a proper team, that little, edge into competitive environment. Although we do have some sort of people who I do recognise who've been on Company Crosshairs for a while. For example, Buddha. He was on support. They were on support on the Company Crosshairs team last year. They'll be doing a bit of flex across everything. I know Lonely Kitty as well. She's a team captain. I really think she might play a bit of Kriko for us today. You never know. But I'm excited to see what they can get up to today. So Gihan, early predictions. We have not seen any of these teams play before. We don't have to go on. So who are you going to put your money on?
I'm going in on the Belfast Buffaloes here, mostly because like the Genji bias in me says I have to. So rooting for Into Astro and the team to take the dub over Coventry Crosshairs. Sorry, Coventry, I still love you guys and girls, but today it's with Belfast.
Well, don't worry, Coventry. You know I've always got your back. So that is going to be my pick for this one. Although, like I say, it is completely a new tournament. We have not seen any of these teams play yet or before. Everybody is nil on the board right now. Anything could happen. Gihan, what sort of metas and comps are you expecting that we'll see today?
I will most be expecting to see things like the Zarya tank with Soja and Genji, your healer lineup of Kiriko and Lucio. If they're not playing Zarya, it'll probably be a Winston, maybe a Diva there. That's the sort of thing I'd expect to see. If that is the case, switch out that Genji, put in a Reaper, get that big, turn those shotguns into a machine gun during the Kiriko Ultimate. It's going to be a wild ride. I think there's going to be a lot of fun things going on, and as we said, like that seems to be what the meta is at the high ranks. These players aren't all at like the max rank, so we could see some crazy stuff come out that we're not expecting, and it could be absolutely incredible.
That's the thing. If you have not got everybody at the sort of highest ranks, we're used to seeing the likes of Queen Mary, the Western Wave Riders, the GCS Owls, with those high ranks playing the meta. But when you get players who don't play on very much, maybe they're lower rank, maybe they haven't got teams that they regularly play with and scrim with, and they're just kind of like, it's a bit of a free for all. It could be crazy.
We can have something absolutely wild, and we can have something wild and fun like a Symmetra Bastion comp where they're teleporting everyone around. That would be hilarious. And,
now,
just
Bastion is
fun.
actually busted right now, okay? So I wouldn't be shocked to see that. Unfortunately, he doesn't keep that turret form anymore, so it is limited to how broken he can be. Maybe we have Torbjorn hammers at dawn?
That'd be fun. I mean, it's going to be like monumental. This is like the first of its kind here. British esports, women in gaming, women in esports here, and just to just talk a little bit more on it. We have said we want to create a safe space for people where people can play, but there's lots of women already in esports, especially in Overwatch, that are role models, leaders, pioneers in that field. Like you got the Frog Queen herself, Gregory, the first professional female Overwatch player, who was on, I believe it was Shanghai Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a whole bunch of like streamers and like high rank players like Aspen, Fariha, Barcode, DPS Deku. But we've also got like our British esports champions, Queen Mary's having players like Blandy and Polytrick, and not just in the game but outside of it, like managing teams like Susie of London Spitfires previously.
That's
women.
a long time ago, Gihan.
Yeah, but
the old London Spitfire, they're gone.
no, never give up. But women in esports, it's a massive thing. They do so much, and I'm proud to be here just to showcase and give them a platform and just hype them up, because I'm excited to see what all these ladies can do today. It's going to be an incredible journey.
Now remember, it is not just ladies on the team though, it is mixed teams where they have to have a minimum of 3 female or femme presenting players. So we could have teams of entire female players, we could have 3 and 2, we could have non-binary as well. So as long as there are 3 female or female representing players, anything goes. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Like you say, it's all about focusing on the women in esports, which is a wonderful thing that I think this whole organisation, the Women in Esports organisation, does. It's very positive all the time, and I love seeing how they're championing and continuing to put things out to really, help the cause. Of course, I talked a little bit about this being sort of an entry point for those who might not be very confident in playing in the proper tournament. Now, speaking from personal experience, it can be difficult, I know our colleges aren't really, at least the ones I know, they are not toxic towards any sort of genders or anything like that. Every college I've spoken to have been very inclusive, and you guys are just the best. But as speaking as a woman, sometimes you go in ranked and it only takes that one person to decide, I do not want a woman on my team. And, that can just shock your confidence, for the rest of the day. But that's what the tournament's all about, getting these people who might not want to play with these toxic people into the tournament environment.
It's a horrible experience. Like I've personally been of the experience. Like I played with many females in my time, and I don't care, what you are. If you're better than me, if you're going to carry me, I'm all for it. Let's just go. Let's get those dubs. And this is the best place to showcase that it doesn't matter what your pronouns are. We want to showcase you, give you that safe space, and show that you are just as good as those men. Toxicity doesn't belong in esports. British esports doesn't allow it, and we're not going to allow it either, which is why we want to promote a safe fun space where people are gonna, pop off, show their skills, show just how good they are, and that, esports is for everyone.
Absolutely, and nobody should be held back or scared to take part in a game. And if anybody gives you toxicity like that, report, block, get on with your day, guys. They are just not worth your time. Now
Yeah, we got you back.
Yeah, we are waiting for one of our teams to appear in the lobby at the moment. It's taken a little bit of time, so I think we will throw to a short break while we wait for them to arrive, rather than hear us just jabbering on all day. So if we can facilitate that, that would be fantastic. And hopefully we'll see you all very soon, and hopefully we'll get them in the lobby very shortly.
Break though. Chat, tell us who you think is going to win. Do you think it's going to be Coventry Crosshairs or Belfast Met Buffaloes? Let us know.
All right, guys, welcome back. We have got everyone in the lobby now, so it'll just be a few moments until we are ready to play the first map, which is going to be New Queen Street, that new push map. Do you like push or not? I think the community is very divided on it.
I don't like push right now, but that's just because at lower levels it's just an absolute mess. And also because it's so new, it's very difficult to understand. Like, I find it difficult to understand the correct strats, like where you're meant to hold, when you're meant to push, when you're not meant to push, that sort of thing. But we're getting there slowly, and I think this might be the best of the push maps.
Yeah, well, we don't have to wait very long to see it. We are going to be going in any moment now. So New Queen Street, we've got that sort of like little train carriage up on the top there.
I think better than that is actually the statue that was just before it, because it's a good high ground just before the actual robot is moving. You get lots of natural cover and escape routes there. As you can see just on the map, this is the route that it takes. Lots of high ground either side, as you can see in natural cover, that the team are going to want to utilize as they push it to the end.
Yeah, now I've got some early picks. Remember, they have not come out with spawn yet, so these may not stick. Lonely Kitty on that Kriko, that should promise potentially. Isimp on that Orisa. Now, Orisa's a really busted hero if you know how to use her. So I'm looking forward to seeing if Isimp's got the skills for that there. And it looks like that is what we are going to run it. No more changes coming out.
Yeah.
Interesting, the Zarya and Orisa match. How do you think that's going to work out?
I think it's going to be very difficult for the Orisa. Orisa's very strong here just because of the natural cover that's available, and just being able to mitigate that damage from the Soldier and the Reaper. But as you can see, an early pick there from Abibi.
Yeah, very quick. Now we've got a damage boost. Oh no! Okay, never mind. Okay.
That was a huge boot from into Astro there, yeah, on the Pharah.
Beautiful. And I was gonna say, we've got the damage boosted Soldier versus the damage boosted Pharah. Usually the Soldier's gonna win that one, as long as the tracking's good, and it was on the Mercy, but then the Pharah came back for vengeance on their fallen friend there. And it looks like we are having Coventry take that first fight, and they're going to push the payload just a little, but it won't be pushed for very long, as the Buffaloes are coming straight back in and finding Ghosty with Flippy's railgun. That thing packs so much damage when it's fully charged. Very quick there. The Javelin going out from Isim, just trying to chase down the Kriko, so low on health there, and Lonely Kitty goes down. Oh, that Javelin straight into the heart of Spuda. Now you can really feel that thing, can't you, when it goes through you?
Yeah, it chunks you down. Like, as you can see, they had to take that L there, did Coventry, because they lost their healer early. They couldn't get that healing output through, whereas Belfast are just able to trundle on through there. And as you can see, they're just pushing it as quick as they can, trying to get to that next point, making sure they're taking like frontal advantage, just so that Coventry can't push them back. And they've taken the lead now, more distance than Coventry at this point. And what they'll be looking to do now is try and get that second checkpoint, so that they have that closer spawn available.
Yeah, it is a lead, but it's a very small lead at the moment. We are desperately trying to get some little bit of a pick here and there from Coventry. And here comes the BB with that damage boosted Soldier, trying to take down Inter Astro and Hyper Violet as they just fly around taking names there. Flippy with a railgun! Oh, that's such a nasty
2K.
shot. 2K with one shot. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, rocket barrage coming up for Intro. A BB finally gets him down. Lovely, and Flippy finds another one with the railgun though. That railgun's so powerful when it's fully charged. We're going to get the res into Astro. A BB gets res back up though from Fallen Light, and we still have people on the board. Grab coming in from Buddha.
That's the whole team wiped out. Followed up with a Kiriko ult and the visor. Maybe a little bit too much invested, but I think they want it just so they can guarantee some distance here. Now, for those who are wondering, who might be new to the game, who don't know, when Sojourn uses the ultimate, it goes through the player. That's why they were able to get that 2K with one shot there.
Yeah, it was really huge. Massive grab from Spuda there. Absolutely fantastic. Spuda said, well, you can res them, but I'm just going to kill them again. Absolutely fine. No chill whatsoever. Elbow desperately trying to keep the heals on there, but it's not going to be enough. Now, if BB very sneaky here, trying to beat up Flippy before they can get away. Oh, escaped with a fraction of health on Flippy there.
Belfast trying to just slow them down, try and not give them as much space until they can regroup and take one big fight before this second spawn. That way, if they win it, it'll be easier for them to push it back, and they still have the lead in terms of push distance. But as you can see, Isimp, putting in that damage, keeping them away, and Flippy going in now.
A BB on that soldier, fighting so many pigs, very skilled. Flippy so close to that railgun though, overclocked. It's a dangerous ultimate. Now, the Orisa ultimate on Isimp, is that going to find anyone? Quite often it doesn't, but when it does, it can be completely, utterly devastating.
Yeah, at the very least, they can use it as a zoning ult to keep them away from the robot and such, but any picks they get off it will be fantastic. So, and this is actually going to be a very telling fight here. If the Buffaloes can win this, they'll be able to push it further, making the job a lot harder for Coventry. But Coventry have got quite a lot of ults coming up here.
Oh, a BB so close to getting Flippy down out that overclock there, but it wasn't quite to be. It looks like Belfast are going to take this fight as well. The grab came out from Spuda though, but it wasn't enough to do anything. We do have ultimates from Coventry, Ghosty and the BB with that tag visor and the Reaper Death Blossom, but a few more from Belfast at the moment, ready to come out.
Yeah, Belfast getting that newer spawn now and being able to push it that little bit further. Coventry are going to have a regroup and go in here.
Yeah, and it looks like we were trying to sneak there maybe to jump onto them with the Reaper ultimate, but we had decided against it. We're just going to have to run into them. The Mercy is so low. If they can just find that... Oh no, that is not the time to use the Death Blossom. You know, when you are getting sucked into the Orisa ultimate. It's very unfortunate there. Oh,
very
the Mercy gets away with
trying to get the healers there, but it's not quite enough.
Now, if Phoebe got some skills here, I have to say, absolutely getting that Mercy down straight away. And they are holding very close to the spawn here. Somebody needs to get some heals on Spuda before they go down. But no, a BB doesn't care. You know, this is my bot now. You better run. You better run, Myra.
Timmy the bot in the hands of a BB as they're pushing it through. At this point in time, Coventry do need to win the next 2 or 3 fights just to be able to get that second spawn point. So this is where things such as the Kiriko ult is going to come in handy. Get Ghosty in there with that Kiriko ult and just push them through so they can get that second spawn point.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it? The Reaper on that Kiriko path, absolutely madness. Alright, Flippy is just trying to build up that railgun, so damaging. Oh, and there it goes, straight into a BB. That's absolutely nasty. And the Orisa just comes twirling that spear around and takes out Spuda. And they are going to get a little bit more push here. Coventry may be able to get back and stop them from pushing the barrier any further, but they need to be pushing it back a little bit themselves.
Oh, a BB just got staggered massively. That's going to be hard. That's going to make it a lot harder for Coventry here.
Yeah, I mean, Coventry have got a bit of distance, but they need a little bit more. But they are so close to their spawn now. They have all the spawn advantage. Oh, here comes the tag visor. Oh, a BB!
From behind, a BB.
Absolutely beautiful. Fighting too cleanly. And then
with the
pushing
Kiriko
down.
path as well, it's like the damage output and speed, it's huge.
Yeah, the Kriko Kitsune path is absolutely ridiculous with attack visor, with a death blossom, with most things to be honest, it's a really good ultimate, and I'm wondering when Elbow is going to use this coalescence. Seems to have had it for quite a while.
It will probably be in this fight because this is where if they win it, it's going to be in their advantage for Belfast because it's going to make it even harder for Coventry to push it towards the end. Just notice that Issa went onto the Junker Queen here as opposed to Orisa. Interesting choice. Works well against the Zarya.
Well, it would, but Zarya took them out that in first fight. But it's okay because Interastro took out everybody else on Coventry. So they managed to push the point once again. Oh, Spooder was hiding somewhere, didn't quite get away. Epibi though, found Hyper Violet. It's going to take them a little bit to get back to the point and keep up with the fight. There could be the opportunity here for Coventry pushing back.
It's going to be interesting because this fight is coming very close to the end of the point there. If Flo can win the next two fights, that's pretty much the game for them. But you can see that Coventry have taken over. They're not out of it yet. Just pushing Timmy the robot back. And as you can see, Flo retreating, pushing back, just regrouping. But trying not to let Coventry get much advantage or space there.
Yeah, oh god, oh please save your Spooder, save your Spooder! Oh, they're alright, ladies and gentlemen. Ghosty get elbowed. Oh, but the quick res comes
straight
out.
Back up.
Yeah, oh, there's going to be a huge
big
grab.
With
Oh,
3 of them in it.
all the squishies in that grab.
Taking out the team there.
I see some big grabs from Spooder today. Very, very skilled on that Zarya. Seems to be a bit of a comfort pick, and why not when you're that good?
It's really well done as well. Very minimalist and conservative with their ults because they do have the Reaper ult coming up, the Kiriko Kitsune rush, and they do have the visor in hand as well. So this could be the turning point for Coventry here.
We've only got 30 seconds left on the clock though, so they're gonna have to do something amazing!
With the visor!
Oh,
it's a 4K! It's a 5K!
That'll do it! That'll be enough to get them one good push, and then we are probably going to be on very much last fight territory when the Belfast come back. And we've still got that coalescence on Elboat. Ghosty nearly with the Death Blossom. Oh, but Flippy very nearly with that overclock as well, which you know can be an absolute killer. Here we go with the overclock.
They're lined up.
Try to take out Spooder.
The team's spreading out a little bit so they're not all in one line.
Oh, Elboat. The Moira orb, so annoying! Takes out the BB. I don't know if Fallen Knight's going to go for that res. It might be a little bit dangerous right now. That could be a huge...
Huge Junker Queen, the rampage there. Should be able to clean it up now.
Oh, desperation from Ghosty there, but it wasn't quite enough. And that ended up actually being a really close match. Oh, last time from a BB. It's not going to happen. Overtime ticks down, and Belfast do take that one, but that was an incredibly close match coming down to the final fight there.
Yeah, great work from both teams there. You could see what both teams had in mind, but in the end, Belfast taking the win there. But Spooder, player of the game, this was that big grab, and then eventually taking out the rest of the team there. Wonderful work from Spooder.
Yeah, some absolutely huge grabs going in there. Zarya is a very strong character choice at the moment. You see a lot of play. So do you think Spooder will continue to play Zarya for the rest of the matches today? I mean, they are very good.
I think it'll depend on the map. For example, if they go on to say Gibraltar, I'd expect to see a Winston instead or a Diva, for example. But Zarya for the most part. I think Coventry Crosshairs has got a few little things they need to work on. I think their ult usage, they layered too many at the same time. You know, they don't need to use 3 ults at one time. But other than that, it's anyone's game here. Belfast Met taking the first game. We can't take anything away from them. They did incredible work, despite us seeing Coventry's praises. Coventry didn't win the map, though.
Well, you know, Flippy with that overclocked and the railgun just in general on that Sojourn. Sojourn is a ridiculous right now. It's him knowing to switch tanks when Orisa seems to be running out of steam a little bit. Elbow still has his coalescence. I think they're keeping it for the next map.
Maybe Overwatch 3, who knows? But
But yeah, really good performance from all the players, both teams there. Like,
yeah.
we've got a show right now. This is not a lesser tournament from the regular student champs in any way. This is just as exciting.
I mean, one of the highlights was that battle between Ibibi and Inter Astro on the
Yeah.
Soldiers. Like, they are you can't choose between them. They're both as good as each other. It does come down to a team fight. Like I said, I think what won it for Belfast was how conservative they were in terms and how smart they were in using their abilities, using their ults, not using too many at the same time. That was the key difference, and hopefully Coventry Crosshairs will have seen that and they'll be able to adapt. And will they be able to bring the next game back?
I think they will. I think Coventry, they know what they're doing. They'll have realised any mistakes that were there and they'll be pulling them back. A little bit of target selection, take out the healers who are
Target
doing
focus,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. It's just a case of doing it that little bit better. Now, the next map is going to be one of the another new ones, Midtown, which is the new hybrid map. What do you think we're going to see here, Gihan?
I love Midtown. It's like the second coming of Kings Row. It's like the second best map now. I feel. I think we're going to see very similar comps again. I'm not sure if Farah is the ideal option. I think Inter Astro will come off for Farah. I would like to see Genji, but I think we're more likely to see Soldier. Very similar comps again. I do predict the Zarya, Sojourn, Mercy, Moira sort of comp that they were playing both teams there. It'll be interesting if they do a more rush orientated. Like you could easily see like a Reinhardt, Lucio, Batiste sort of thing with like Reaper and Sojourn in play. Quite easy on the first point attack. But I predict it'll be very similar to what we saw on New Queen Street there. That seems to be what both teams are comfortable with and what they see work. So why change that up?
Yeah, why fix it if it's not broke? And when you're picking characters that you are comfortable with, that can just be so much better than just playing the meta if you're not comfortable in the meta. I mean, put me on Genji and you're not gonna have a good time. Put me on Widowmaker and you're not gonna have a good time. Put me on Anna, Baptiste, Soldier, Reaper. We're gonna have fun. But yeah, it could be a struggle just forcing yourself to play something that you are legitimately not good at.
I'd quite like to see the Susie Zarya or the Susie Diva and Hog again though.
Hey,
But
you know it's good. Oh, I miss playing double tank with you, Gihan. Them were the good old days. Yeah, I mean, loads of people say they don't miss two tanks, but you are all wrong. Just go on open queue and see who's playing 3 tanks, all right? 3 tanks and 2 support. You know what's happening, guys. You know what's happening. But yeah, Midtown is our next map, and I think we are very nearly ready to go in. I would like to see a little bit of the rush comp, a bit of Lucio going on, a little bit of speeding around, especially maybe taking those little back alleyways around the end of the point.
it is a Coventry special. We've seen that from their head coach themselves directly going around the back. Shout out to Greg there.
Yeah, and maybe he's been teaching them a little thing or two about his own tactics. I would love to see that coming through there. But yeah, we are going into Midtown now, guys. And okay, we haven't quite got anybody on screen yet, but we're looking forward to seeing what they're picking.
I would like to point out, like with these maps though, as well, like some of the nuances, like the deli store and stuff. I know for a fact that Toronto is very similar to New Queen Street. Is very similar to what like Toronto and like Montreal are like in terms of the looks and like the sort of shops that are around. So I imagine this is what New York is like or will be like in the not so distant future.
Yeah, well, they do their research, don't they? I mean, they've got the fish and chip shop at Kings Row. You can't say fair on that. Oh, Gihan, I see a Genji.
Let's go, Flippy on the Genji. Can't wait to see this.
Okay, Flippy is now Gihan's favourite player today.
Let's go, Flippy.
Okay, we've got that monkey that we've been getting promised today on ISIM, and it looks like we might be going for a Sigma on Scooter. Sigma are really good right now, but let's see how it works out against the monkey and the awesome fighting power of a Flippy Genji. Okay, the barrier's going to come out to protect them from any oncoming damage. We're not going any secret route here. We are just going to run it down mid and brawl. Whoever puts up the most damage is going to win. And elbow.
First blood.
Oh, Spooder is just taking everyone straight down there. A BB helping out as well, using their own healing pack to keep themselves alive. Damage boosted by that Mercy. They are going to try to find Interastro so quickly, and that is a 30-second point take. Easy.
That is a huge win there for that team. They just steamrolled, took it to the point, and they should be able to cap it relatively easy now, unless something miraculous happens here.
Flippy is trying to make it a little bit difficult for them along with this, and desperately trying to take a little pick. Lonely Kitty has gone down to that Tesla cannon, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough as they are staggering onto the point a little bit for Belfast. For Coventry there for Belfast, staggering on one at a time. They did manage to take them down with enough time in between, and I think Hyperviolet is still sticking around there. Oh, solo 47 HP. Oh, and that's going to be a big stagger on your main healer unless Elbow fancies a little cheeky res.
I don't think it's going to happen here, but the good thing for Coventry is they have got the cart move. Is Coventry on attack, right?
Yeah, the blue one's blue one's Belfast right now, red one's. They changed colour, they changed position, it is confusing occasionally. But yeah, Spooder going in on the monkey there, trying to get elbows as well, but not found. Flippy, huge headshot to Fallen Light, but Coventry taking the win again.
Really impressive work from Coventry, considering that Belfast had taken the high ground, had got set up early, ready to take the fight. They were able to just crush that setup pretty much instantly, and now pushing it under the Midtown Tunnel, getting it close to that point.
Perfect. Hyperviolet. A little risky there. Maybe should have ran a little bit earlier. Oh no, it's
Kitsune rushes out.
Oh, the tack fires are on the Kitsune path as well. Ibibi just mows them down really quickly. Extra speedy because of that path, and that is going to be another very quick. We've got 5.5 minutes to take one more point for Coventry. Yeah,
Coventry looking to speedrun this map there. Very interesting they decided to go with the Kitsune Rush with the Soldier Visor combo. I would have expected to see like the Reaper combo going in first, but it looks like Coventry have got their tactics down. It's working for them, so keep going Coventry in that regards.
Yeah, watch out though, Flippy's got that overclocked. Oh, I didn't notice that they changed up Genji. No blades for you, Gihan.
Yeah, but I'm a little disappointed, but I can understand Flippy's decision there. Makes sense. Get that big burst damage, the railgun. But a BB just saying no.
Absolutely mad on that soldier. Absolutely just slaughtering them all with that. The Helix rocket, and oh dear, Interastro stuck behind. Are they going to go and pick them off? They're just going to leave them.
Yeah, it makes sense. Interastro super out of position, not being able to play with the team. They're kind of stuck where they are, but it has allowed a crossfire. Can the flows actually stabilize here and get a fight, which they haven't done just yet?
That was what I was worried about. He was so close to the ultimate there, and just letting them sit behind you and build that up for a few more seconds, and that's what happens. You know, you completely just don't pay attention to what's coming up behind you. But we've still got 4 minutes. There's still plenty of time there. We've got
really good work
coming in. Spooder's ultimate as well.
Really good work from the Belfast. Okay. Purple Dove might have had a little fat finger moment there.
You okay, hun?
But I was going to say, you know, Belfast managed to stabilize, just hold the point, and now it gives them that opportunity to try and burn down that cockpit.
You know, they just wanted to flex, so like, we don't need this death blossom. It's completely irrelevant.
Really like the way Coventry Crosshairs have like managed to figure out what their ult combos they want to use, and not using too many at one time just to get the fight wins here. This should go pretty quickly to them. However, Belfast able to get into it very quickly. Oh, huge bomb! Bit of a mistake.
The remake.
And the remake. Bit of a mistake with the shield placing there by Spooder, but you know, props to Belfast. They've managed to hold that fight. You know, they took a couple of deaths there, but the close spawns refocus their energies where they want to take the fights and how. And they're taking a lot of time off the clock there. Already 2 minutes down, considering they had 5 minutes. Flippy on the Genji though. This is what we love to see. Into Astro the Tracer.
Can we just give a big shout out for Flippio on that Sojourn there? In a 1v5, they survived for so long, just using Sojourn's mobility. It was quite impressive.
Yeah, really helped the team just regroup and get to the point so that, they wouldn't lose it.
Oh, Scooter on the right now.
Yeah, going in. Makes sense to try and take out that D.Va, just chunk it down with those hammers.
Chunk it down. That's a good descriptive word, I like it. Oh, Flippy's found Fallen Light, that is going to be a bit of an issue, but it's okay, we've got that hammer down already, and it's going to be a huge one. Oh, but there's still a little way to go, and spawn advantage is still on the Belfast Met Buffaloes there. There's only a little bit, 2 minutes to do it though, 2 minutes to win one really convincing team fight, chasing after Flippy.
How is Flippy still alive? How do they survive that?
Flippy does not want to die on Sojourn, on Genji, picking those high mobility characters to just jump around and keep out of everybody's way, hide, climb walls, slide jump, whatever. But that is finally going to be Coventry taking that.
Yes,
about 2 minutes left on the count.
Yeah, Spuda pushing forward, just denying the Buffaloes from getting back onto the point. But Buffaloes, fantastic work, considering they had 5 minutes to defend that and managed to get it down to just under 2. So the first point of call for them, finish the map. They have to get it all the way at the very least, and then they can worry about extra time that they finished it in or doing it faster. So how will they come out on defense here or attack even?
Yeah, it can be very daunting, when somebody's getting the last point with 5 minutes on the clock. It can be like, oh god, do we even try, or do we just let them run us over and go next? But yeah, props to Belfast there. They did a really good job of holding that. And again, props to Flippy for those mad skills at just running away from everything.
Flippy must be a pro parkourist, because those sort of flips and dives and jumps, it's like incredible work.
Yeah. High mobility characters seem to be Flippy's forte. We're going to go with the D.Va by the looks of it for Belfast, and the Sigma again. A BB sticking on that Soldier, which has been absolutely fantastic for them. International coming out on the Sojourn. I am concerned about those ridiculous railguns. We're just going to fight down mid, or we're just going to run under the bridge. Looks
like they're just going straight under the bridge. Coventry just didn't even initiate any sort of fight, and instantly a BB takes out Isim's mech.
Yeah,
and elbows down as well.
That was a risky attempt to res their hyper-violence, but you got to try it, don't you? Either way, you're probably going to lose the fight, so if you can get somebody up, you might have a chance.
Exactly. It's one of those things where I think they were looking to reset, but if the res got off, they might have just tried to continue on there, so worthwhile attempt. The rock denied by the barricade. Clearly it was over that 2 meter height limit. Yeah, Flippy just trying to take the fight to them, running up themselves, climbing. Oh, and gets Fallen Light, and once again being a very evasive little Genji. We are going to see some big action. Dangerous place to be in that tiny little space with those big Reaper shotguns and the Genji. Just bullets and shurikens flying everywhere. But if BB does find Flippy eventually, and they're just going to chill on the point. If you can't get to the point, you can't win. Exactly. I mean, Belfast do have a lot of ults here, but what you might have noticed, one of the big things that that Flippy was doing was just displacing the opposition team, not letting them have the position they wanted, which got them all that ult charge and the team at positioning. And here we go, the Kitsune Rush.
This has been the favourite of Coventry, I think, the Kitsune Rush with the tack visor, and why not? It's absolutely ridiculous. A huge amount of fast damage.
Do we call this combo Foxy Glasses?
Maybe. I'm not sure how many names we've got for the new characters and the crazy things they can do on.
I think we're gonna have to name that combo the Foxy Glasses.
But yeah, it was really powerful and ridiculous. But there could be a Genji Blade coming in here.
He's going in behind him, straight into them. It's one. Can he get some more? Looking for them. Oh, everyone just displacing when they see the blade. 2 down from that. Great value from Flippy, getting 2 off the blade and the dash reset kill as well. Getting the team onto the point, and that should be the cap for Belfast.
I do like how he gets 2 with one thing, and you're like, I want more. I want more Genji. Are we going to try and recontest this though? I don't know. I think it's too far gone now. We're just going to hold the point instead. But we are pulling very high up from Spooner here.
Issim was doing a great job just pushing forward, denying Spooner that space. Knew they had the support from Elbow, who has charged up that ult so much from where they initially were. The ult going in, the D.Va Bomb displaced the team. Doesn't get anyone, but that's good. It's put people out of position.
Yeah, and oh, here comes that fully charged railgun. Definitely looking for a shot onto the Mercy, but they are going to just get out of the way, avoid it. But it doesn't matter, the Myra Ball got fallen light anyway. Big damage coming in, and it looks like Belfast are going to push it a little bit further. Spooner is just going to charge a bit more ult there for them. Make the last fight a bit more interesting. We've got some ultimates coming online now.
Yeah, Spooner being hit like that, staggered quite a bit. It is going to make this very difficult for Coventry to get back in, especially now that Belfast have set up. They have taken that high ground, that little chokehold, and they're just pushing it round the corner here. He's got everyone in it. Got two. Three.
Massive Sigma graphs look. Elbow maybe should have went the other way with that Myra fade. Not gonna lie. Kind of went into the team like, you know what, I'm not gonna run. I'm either gonna 1v5 you or I'm gonna die trying. Either way, it's a reset.
The good news for the Buffaloes, oh, they've switched over to the Sombra. That's gonna be interesting. Means they can take down some of these people really quickly. Maybe look for that soldier, get them out of the equation first. But Flippy coming up to another Genji blade as well.
Yeah, and that's just 1% away, and then they're going to go a little bit hard, maybe get 2 with 1 strike again. Oh, unless they go down first, those cheeky little bits of damage coming in.
Very difficult position. Oh, the visor's been used, so they might try and just hold this out. Flippy taking out a BB.
Oh, not sure where Purple Dove was with that death block from there, but oh, here comes Flippy.
A Genji blade, a dash reset, another blade kill, and then finishing off the Sigma. You love to see it.
Now, there is still potentially a little bit of time to touch. They could get there with that spawn advantage. I'm not sure they're going to.
Three of them.
No, they're going to back off. It's fine. They still have the time advantage. It's very unlikely that...
Interesting that a BB tried to go in there.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that they are going to be able to get it faster. Unless it's literally the perfect run right here. Oh, is it going in against Spooner on that rain?
I think they wanted to, knowing that Sombra's there just to help them.
Yeah, Sombra very powerful right now. Although that hack doesn't do quite as much as it did in Overwatch 1. You know,
no,
it's
but
still very powerful now.
But they do take extra damage when they're hacked, which is the counterbalance to the length of time you're hacked.
Yeah, now, Lonely Kitty has that Kitsune path again. Spooner could do some big damage just swinging his hammer on that, but the EMP from Interastro.
Purple Dove could go in with those machine gun shotguns, you know, on that Kitsune
Oh gosh,
rush.
yeah, everything is like so fast and so effective on that path. And here it comes, yeah, we're gonna go
Kitsune
for Spooner. Mad swings that hammer.
Got the hammer down.
Building up charge really quickly, but the EMP looks like it might come out. Or is Interastro just gonna hide and fight it?
I think they might look for it on the next fight. Right now, it's they're a little bit spread. They're not quite together. They're just waiting it out.
I'm feeling an EMP Genji blade.
I think it might be an EMP blade.
Or EMP D.Va Bomb.
That might be. I didn't see the D.Va Bomb available.
So Overwatch 1, but it still works.
The classic combo there. You can see that Interastro's got themselves set up to escape if they need.
Yeah,
ready to go with that EMP. Can they get the bomb as well? Oh, they've seen them.
Spotted. Oh, Flippy going after the pair there.
Just displacing them so that Interastro can go in. Here comes the EMP.
EMP out. Oh, the D.Va Bomb. Oh,
it gets 3.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, hang on. Spooner's fighting back though. The fight is not over yet. They are not going to give up. BB does have that ultimate, but I don't know if they're going to commit to it. Well, bang on, Spooner!
Oh, Spooner managed to turn it around there.
You have taken my team, and now I will take you.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't able to follow up with the last 2 kills that Buffaloes needed just to push it through a bit further, allowing Coventry just to reset, regroup, and set up their defenses on this corner with plenty of natural cover to use, as well as that massive brine shield.
Yeah, but here is the Genji Blade. They only got
Oh,
15 seconds.
taking out the soldier first. That's one. Looking for the Rhine now, but being pocketed by Mercy, he's going to stay alive for a hell of a long time. Oh, the hack on the Mercy. Flippy looking for it. Couldn't quite get it. But they take down the Reinhardt. That's
Okay,
a massive victory.
Final fight territory there, all on the back of the Genji Blade. Don't
And there's a lot of staggers, because you saw that Abibi just got taken down pretty much instantly as they came in.
Yeah, it is going to be a very close fight here, with the spawn advantage huge in the Company Crosshairs favour. And even if they do manage to take it, Company Crosshairs are still going to get pushed here. Here comes the BB with the visor. Gets a couple.
It's unfortunate that he's having to be Abibi. She's being healed up there by the Mercy, simply because they're so low. They can't be damage boosted during that.
Yeah, only Flippy on the point.
Trying to keep overtime alive, but it's not quite enough.
Purple Dove with the Death Blossom, taking down Flippy to win, and that is Coventry 1 and Belfast 1. It is a close match.
They brought it back. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
This is going to be that huge all-man pickup.
Yeah, literally all 5 of the team there. And they're just following up with the orbs and the rock, just to finish off the team there. Great work from Spuda for that play of the game.
Yeah, Spuda definitely knows every tank character inside and out. Great use of all the utilities there, everything that Sigma had to offer. And it was very impressive, the knowledge that they have of that character, and all the characters that they've been using today. This huge grab from Zarya. Good tanking.
Yeah, I mean, Coventry just coming back, just putting out of their head what happened before, making sure that they just reset and just ignore what happened and just play their game. And it worked out. It looks like they found their comfort point there, which is using those Foxy Glasses combo, going in and just taking out the team with that. But Belfast, showing they're not out of it there. Flippy being able to use those parkour skills, just keeping alive, keeping the point there, like delaying the inevitable so that time is chunked down into Astro, switching onto that Sombra, which those big hacks allowing you to do extra damage quickly onto those targets that they were on. And Elbow and Hyperviolet with their heals, just trying to keep people alive there. Great work from Belfast, despite losing.
Yeah, from both teams there, I think we saw a lot of versatility in character choices as well, especially from Belfast, switching up their tank, their DPS lineup. It's, a lot of versatility. Good gaming from both. Now, the next map is going to be Ilios. It's an Overwatch 1 map. We know that one. So it's going to be good to see what they come out with on this one. What do you think?
I want to see a full-blown meme comp. So when they're on well, I want to see Farah, Roadhog, Lucio, Brig, and someone else that can boop into the well. Just a full-blown environmental team. But depending on which point, I think they're going to change it up. Farah's obviously very, very good across all 3 points of here. Lots of aerial routes to use, lots of vertical, what's the word I'm looking for? Natural cover to keep them out of line of sight, and be able to put a lot of damage, because players tend to play very bunched up on all of the points there. I think in terms of tanks, something like a Winston or Diva is the best option here. Which allows for Purple Dove to go in. I'd like to see more from Purple Dove. I think Purple Dove's got a lot of potential. Really like losing those nerves. I think the first couple of games were nerves. I want to see more from them this game though. On the Belfast side though, like, you know me, I want to see more Genji. I think Genji can work here as well.
All you ever want to see is Nikki. Absolutely. Yeah, so don't forget, Purple Dove is a very new Overwatch player, and I think they've definitely been holding their ground so far. Just a little bit of refinement needed on both teams, I think, and I think we're in the other area to go into Ilios. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can come up with this time. I think we're going to see a lot of the same characters we've seen, especially BB on that soldier. Been very effective, so why
Yep.
change it? Especially since this is kind of like quite a common Pharah map as well. Maybe you want to preempt the fact that the Buffaloes may come out with a Pharah and just go soldier to start with. Or...
Especially because they're on well here, so I could very easily see like the Pharah being brought out. Perhaps even one of the teams bring out Lucio.
Yeah.
What we haven't talked about is like the shot calling, like from the captains. I'm not sure who the captain for Belfast is there, but I'm under the assumption that their captain, much like Lonely Kitty captaining Coventry, doing the shot calling, telling people when to get into position, where other players are, tracking that ult charge, and then initiating those fights by calling out when to go in for it. Great work on both fronts there, like leading their teams to their victories on those maps there.
Yeah, no, we do have a little bit of a pause here. It looks like we've lost a buffalo. One of our buffaloes is missing. Hopefully they'll come back pretty quickly and we can continue the game. So yeah, we're just waiting for them to come back, and yeah, we'll go into that as soon as we can. Thank you for sticking with us, everybody. But yeah, it was well the first one, is it?
It looks like it's well this first map.
Yeah, if I can't see the well, I don't know the well. But yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
we're
sure
going
this
in.
is well.
Yeah, we're unpausing, we're going in. So yeah, lots of boop potential, like you say. I would love to see somebody give it a go over Lucio. See if they can boop anyone. Roadhog. I think the tanks have got the audacity to maybe play Roadhog and hook people in on this one.
It looks like they're playing some interesting choices again here. Like Spuda on the Diva, I can understand that, but can the Isimp do the Orisa meme play of jumping into the hole and then using the ult to pull the entire team into the hole with them?
Oh my gosh, if you do that,
that would be magnificent. That's the sort of thing I want to see.
That's a highlight reel incoming, hopefully. Yep. We just want to see good Overwatch. We just want to see good Overwatch.
Flippy going onto that Pharah as expected, but what's happening on the...
BB's on the Sojourn now.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting choice. Purple Dove almost got... Lonely Kitty, so low. Taking so much damage from those Pharah rockets.
Now, the good thing about Pharah is the fact that we've got a Diva to try and counter that as well as the Sojourn. So we're going to have a lot of damage coming towards the Pharah, which could be a little bit dangerous. But Flippy doesn't seem to care. They're just going to take out everybody else around them.
No,
they're definitely trying to get Flippy's face. Oh, and it's going to come out the mech, and that's probably going to be a reset for Coventry there. Coventry in the red, and Buffalo's in the blue now.
Yeah, Buffalo, as you can see, already with that rocket barrage, if they get one, maybe two, before... Oh, you expect the Pharah not to live through the ult, but if they get one or two, that's more than enough. And I think Flippy might be looking to do that early, as Coventry are resetting, gathering together so they can go in again.
Yeah, Spuda has to keep that D-Matrix to protect the team when Flippy comes in with that ultimate. It can be pretty devastating if they don't manage to eat off that.
Into Astro, the team!
Oh, here it comes!
Barraged!
I think they got momentarily distracted by Inter Astro picking at them from the side there.
Yeah, just distract them long enough, giving Flippy, is it Flippy? Yeah, Flippy, that space to do that barrage.
Oh, cheeky little shot there, straight onto Flippy, like back off a little bit, let us get the point.
Was that the soldier, or was... I want to believe it was Isim's javelin that got the Pharah, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Just reflected.
BB's now gone to soldier, which seems to be a bit more of a comfortable pick for them.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fine. I mean...
It's a little bit easier to hit a pharmacy with Soldier than with Sojourn.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in me having that.
Oh, Isip! I thought they were going to get an Enviro, but no.
Meanwhile, hang on, Spuda getting that Diva Bomb and a BB getting resurrected by a Fallen Light. It's okay, Coventry have pulled it back. Oh, hang on, that's a huge attempt there. An attempt was made, it's a good attempt though.
Into Astro, using their ult there. I think they're just trying to get as much time on the point as possible, getting up to 87%. So there's a fight and a half they got to win, I'd say, to take this point.
If they stagger it, should be only one fight. If they can stagger it enough that the whole team can't get back.
But right now, Coventry just pushing forward, not giving them that space. Get in.
But we have got to the rocket barrage. Spuda has to be on the guard with that D-Matrix.
Is Inter Astro going to look to distract them again?
Its Napalm comes out. Oh, but Lonely Kitty goes down, and it gets
Flippy
1 or 2.
Gets 1.
Big damage coming in from behind, though. Oh, we're just going to chase down Purple Dove. The point is going to be flipped.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they're going to have time for a reset here. Oh, not with a stagger like that, unfortunately.
That's a huge stagger. They got... Wow. Taking out 3 in quick succession isn't there. And
yeah, the
at this
stagger,
point,
they're probably not going to have time to get back in the full team.
They're
now.
not. You can see that Flippy trying to hold them back, and Spuda could not make it in time.
Yeah, even Spuda in that D-Bear mech with the turbo boosters couldn't quite get to the point in time, so there's no chance anybody else is going to.
Yeah, it was just body block.
Yeah.
It was. There's a lot of hope there for Coventry Crosshairs. I think this map or this point will suit them a little bit better. They don't need to worry about like the big well in the middle anymore. They can just play as much on the point, utilize the sides, utilize that natural cover there from the pillars. Potential Widow pick from Inter Astro.
Yeah, Widow pick. A BB on the Symmetra.
Is this just to get them out spawn quicker and then a switch, or are they going full Symmetra? They're going full Symmetra. Oh, no.
Okay, we've just got the teleporter out of point there.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes sense when they've still got the Farah, and why would they switch it when they did so well with it before? You need to have something to counter it. Spuda now taking the Sigma, which can, a good rock on that Farah will knock her straight down. Oh!
Inter Astro!
Nasty little pick there on Lonely Kitty. Unfortunately, this is the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, the res comes out! Very cheeky from Fallen Light. Are they going to get the opportunity to fight this as a full team again? Oh, Purple Dove has gone down. Oh, Flippy! They get
the barrage so fast!
What? That was absolutely mad. I did not even see that being built up. It just kind of appeared out of nowhere. Are you happy, Flippy?
I think Flippy's having the time of their life against just being able to farm it up off Spuda and Purple Dove, because those 2 characters, Sigma and Reaper, very, very difficult to deal with a Farah for them. So the fact that it's free range for Flippy, just get damage off and build it up, it's great for them, and being pocketed in the meantime.
Yeah, that's it. Isn't being very aggressive that Ripper, and that's how you got to play her these days. Is going in, spinning that javelin, and finding kills with it all the time. Spuda desperately trying to take the fight, but I don't think we've got the full backup of the whole team there, so you have to be very careful. Yeah,
Buffaloes are doing a fantastic job just holding a high line so that if they get pressured, they can always pull back and then they can play on the point. And all the while, they're just building that percentage up more and more.
That's unfortunate. Lonely Kitty was so low there, just wasn't able to get out on time. I think we need to just regroup on Coventry here and get a full reset. Getting picked left, right, and center. Elbow has gone down, but I feel like Hyperviolet would be cheeky enough to get the res, and yeah, there they go.
Inter Astro being chased there. Oh, and the Enviro kill from Isip onto Spuda. And rolling them all in for big damage.
It was big damage. Took everyone low, just enough to be finished off by just 1 or 2 shots there. I dread to say it, but it looks like this might be 100. Oh, hang on. You better run, Purple Dove. You better run.
Come on, Purple Dove.
Another big Flippy barrage about to come in, I think, and that could be the clincher.
Yeah, this can change it, especially since they're all formed up in that little area. But they can't touch.
They had that. Spuda got 2 of them, but they just couldn't quite get to the point in time.
Again, that was the benefit of Belfast holding such a high line, knowing that if anything went wrong, they could always push back and it's further for Coventry to go to get onto the point.
Yeah, but absolutely mad. Barrage is coming in from Flippy so quick as well.
I didn't even realise they built it up this fast and taking 3 of the team. Great work from Flippy.
Mad, like nobody else is anywhere near an ultimate, and here's Flippy just like, I'll have 2. It's fine. Very impressive Farah work there. I think that all the skills are on Coventry Crosshairs to deal with the Farah. But we just need to work around them a little bit more, maybe a bit more pocket, a bit more protection, give them the confidence to go for it without having to worry about being shot from different directions and different people, which is always the problem when you've got to focus on one character.
Exactly. Flippy is clearly a problem on the Pharah for Coventry. It's very difficult right now with a BB being the only hit scan there. What ideally you would want to see is Spooder switching over to maybe a Diva, just despite how bad it might be overall, assisting and taking down that pharmacy so that Purple Dove has that opportunity to just get in the back line and just shoot down like the tank, just tank bust there. Let Purple Dove do that job. But because that's not available, Purple Dove's going down so quickly because it's so easy for a Reaper to be taken out by a Pharah there. So maybe a little bit of adjustments in how they play and target focus for Coventry, and they'll be able to take the win to even up there.
Yeah, great playing from both teams, though. It was interesting to see that Pharah. Nobody got booped off the map by the Pharah, but there was a lot of Orisa booping with that javelin, getting people off the map.
Just spinny off the map.
Getting them down, yeah. It's her new toolkit is like really interesting. I think they made everybody, the new characters and the reworks, a little bit more high skill in Overwatch 2, don't you think?
Definitely, like you, but Lowly Kitty seems to have taken to Kiriko like Dr. Water. It's just like keeping the team alive, knowing when to combo, and utilize that movement to stay safe while keeping the team up. Great work from them. In terms of like Orisa, though, it's like I personally feel Orisa might not be the ideal tank. I would not want an Orisa front lining for me, but Isim showing why Orisa is good and how, when used correctly, can be such a scary force, like literally an immovable object there.
Yeah, Orisa is so hard to kill at the moment. Like you really need to focus Orisa with everything you've got. You know, if you can get Zenyatta to Discord orb them, that really helps as well. You've got to put so much damage into Orisa, and it has to be your main focus. You can't look away for a second and go, oh, they're healed again, and they're back on a rampage. On the next map, it's going to be another new one, Circuit Royale. I like this map. I like it.
I like it. With the long sight lines that are in this, I expect to see some long range damage dealers. So Sojourn, Widow, Hanzo even is an option. Ashe could be a really viable option. In terms of tanks, I personally believe Sigma is the ideal choice. Just be able to put that shield out, absorb damage over a long distance so you can push through while your team are backing you up there. The tough part I always find is the second stage, just getting up the curly whirly road. But it'll be interesting to see how the teams approach this map and how they tackle those sections especially.
Yeah, I do think Sigma is amazing for that curly-whirly road bit, which we are seeing now, especially if the team have decided to take that bit of high ground that they can just peek down from, put a shield up there, they got nothing. They can't get through it. We have had a change here. We've got Ghosty back in for Coventry.
Okay. I think it'll be interesting to see how Ghosty plays here, replacing Purple Dove, I believe.
Yeah. That's right. And right, so Ghosty.
Yes, Ghosty! Let's go! We want to see a hammer kill here. That's what I want to see. But on attack is an interesting choice, taking the Torbjorn. I could definitely see the benefits on defense. But attack, I'll be interested to see how they play this, where they place their turrets, how they advance, what their target focus is going to be. Into Astro with the Widow, as expected, with those long sight lines. Flippy sticking with the Pharah. I can see this making sense, as you know, there is a lot of high ground, a lot of corners they can hold while shooting down with Pharah. And we're about to start.
Oh, Ghosty's got the Sojourn now.
Oh.
Maybe we'll see it on defense or something.
Maybe.
Okay. But the Sigma is going to put that shield out. It's going to get wrecked pretty quickly, unfortunately. But they do have to keep an eye out on Interastro with that Widowmaker. They found them. Not going to let them just take hot shots for days. Oh, Flippy going in with that Pharah, big damage.
Looking for that win. Looking for the Mercy and got them, but a BB not letting them have it for free. Took damage in there.
Buffaloes have lost both of their support lineup now, and it's a bit of a longer walk back from them to get to it, so it might be... Oh, Flippy!
Flippy taking that.
Finally! BB, you've done the job. You got the Flippy. It's all good. The Company are pushing up.
And
Yeah,
that's-
Company have got the upper hand here.
This is
Yeah,
a
push it
really
over.
big stagger as well, though. So if they can get it round this corner, it'll put them in a better stead. But it looks like the Buffaloes are looking to hold that corner when the team come down.
Okay, they've got one Orisa and two support heroes with them, so, you know, that Orisa can survive as long as they want, really.
And
Flippy.
Flippy's back in action with
Super
the barrage.
quick
Ready
barrage.
to go.
Oh,
Got one, but went down pretty quick after that.
yeah.
And a BB got rezzed up.
Yeah, BB took them down while they were in that barrage there. Very vulnerable, can't do anything while you're stuck there in those frames. And yeah, Ghosty on that soldier with that rail shot, taking down the unkillable Orisa. Flippy still just flying around doing their thing there. Oh, big rock, that's what I said earlier. That
Put
big rock
Flippy
will
out,
take
that's
down
great
the
work.
Farah.
Notice how into Astro switched off the Widow and gone on to Tracer. It's just in the back line, just trying to stagger them a little bit. Make sure that they don't get the point for free here.
Yeah, the Tracer is trying to annoy, hopefully maybe get a little pick onto one of the support heroes, but the first point has been taken. Buffalo's taking that high ground area, but this is the ideal place for Sigma to put that shield up there to stop him from coming out. Oh, he's just going to go up there himself, it's fine.
This is like a whole different Coventry team. You know, they're aggressive, they're taking those fights, they're winning those fights cleanly, and they're being very economical with their ults, with their abilities, and getting the wins there. These team wins.
The damage boosted overclock there from Ghosty, putting in big damage.
But
Full
curse
mix
of the
with
commentator.
Oh, there's no curse. Yeah, they're still going for it. But Flippy, nearly within the barrage. Very close to it. I wouldn't recommend they go in on their own, though. Oh, it's okay. They just killed
Flippy.
the ball. Fine. The red has been done from Fallen Light recently, so...
Oh, Flippy with a lot of damage, but no kills. But a BB going in with that visor.
It's that Foxy Glasses again.
It is the Foxy glasses.
Very big, fast damage, and that is going to be maybe the point there. We've still got a few hanging on. Oh, they're going to chase down the Mercy. Yes, they are.
Yep.
There's somebody hiding there.
It's a soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very clean fight there, taken by Coventry. At this point, the Buffaloes, they need to regroup, they need to set up, and they need to stabilize. Like, one fight win is all they need to just turn it around in their favor a little bit, and just take some time off the map there. And you can see there's 4.5 minutes to finish it. That's a long time, and it's him going on to the Zarya here just to like burn down that Sigma a lot quicker, and the team.
Yeah, and but this was the situation on the hybrid map as well. Company Crosshairs came in with 5 minutes and they came out with 2 minutes, so it was a very good hold by the Buffaloes. Oh, here comes another big grab, look by Spooner! Manages to find the barrier, big damage. Oh, Mercy just rezzing right
How
into
do they
Spooner's
get the
eye.
res away?
Sorry, they got punished for it though, they got punished for it.
I mean,
We do have Flippy on the Ash now.
yeah, it's a very good pick here. I think it might be a little bit too late unless they can build that Bob super quick, just because Bob's going to provide them that point presence which is needed. But with the sight lines, the high ground, and like mobility that Ash provides, this could work out in their favor, especially if they get a big dynamite on the whole team.
Yeah, now there was an early pick on a Hyper Violet there from Ghosty. And Flippy! Oh, he's on the Genji now!
For the Genji!
Going into the back line! It's going to keep everybody well away from Spuda doing the damage on the Sigma there. You know, if you can split up the team, that's easier to pick off, but we are going to hold them for a little bit here. Good hold. Good. Oh, overclocked coming out. It's going to not find anyone, I don't think. Oh,
It's
Hyper
enough to
Violet
just
goes
move.
down.
It's enough to move the team away, like get provide some space. So
Yeah, good zoning ultimate. You know, you can't just stand there and take that. You've got to move. But this looks like it is going to be a take for the commentary. But Flippy being very evasive again.
Flippy almost getting that ult there, but not in time. Another Kitsune rush comes out just to make sure that the team have got the damage and speed to put it over the line there. Great work from Coventry.
2 minutes and 52. It's a big time bank.
Coventry do like these hybrid maps, don't they? They seem to be excelling on them, just being able to
Yeah, they like to
snowball
push the
through.
cart. They like to push the cart, don't they?
Yeah, they have that like momentum. It's like a juggernaut truck. Once it starts moving, you just can't stop them until the end.
Yeah. Not so much the robot, but they like the cart the best, I think.
Yes.
All right. So that was a good attack from them. Let's see if they can do as good on the defense. Maybe we can see the Sombra again
Please,
from
Ghost.
Astro.
Please, Ghosty. Please be. Please be the Torb.
He's just taunting us a little bit,
They are,
standing in spawn there.
aren't they? But Flippy taking the Soldier and Astro taking the Sombra. I think this is a very good choice because this is what worked for them towards the end of Midtown, which got them a lot of time there and like a lot of progress. So starting off with it makes sense. Going to be difficult if Ghosty is on that Torb, which it looks like they are, because the Torb turret will pick out that Sombra.
Yeah, it's actually quite a clever tactic that I don't even know if they knew that they were doing. But you know, you can't comment like, yeah, I totally knew that was going to happen. Oh, okay, this Torb turret does not last very long though. Flippy has no love for it whatsoever.
Oh.
And Ism going straight into that backline, trying to get the Mercy off Abibi as quickly as possible. The turret goes back out, and Hyperviolet and Elbow have gone down really quickly though. No support, can't you pushing too high, although they are coming out just behind you. That spawn is right there. Ism out of mech again. Spooner, just tell you, go back to spawn and think about what you've done, then come back out later, okay?
I think Ism might look to just switch here potentially. But Ghosty trying to take the duel.
Did he have the hammer out? Did he have the hammer out? I would like to think
I think they were looking to get enough damage to hammer them at the end. But Flippy, great shot. Takes out the Mercy as well.
That was a very risky res there, and
Yeah.
I think Full knew it wasn't going to work, but you know, it was kind of a lost fight anyway. You got to try.
Lonely Kitty being taken down. This should be the end of Spooder as well here. Yep. So Buffalo should be able to get some good push on the car here.
Yeah. We will have another fight though.
Yeah. At this point, I would like to see Astro just push forward, to scout, give some information to the team, let them know where they are, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, we have still got the Torbjorn. I'm not sure it's been working as good as I would hope it would.
No, but this point's really good. There's lots of locations you can put the turret. A big gravitic flux.
There's a huge gravitic flux from Spooder, actually picking up nearly everyone with them. Hyperviolet goes down. Oh, Interastro's being found as well. This may be the hold from commentary that they've been waiting for.
Yeah, Ghosty taking down the Mercy there. And here comes Flippy.
Paul, a nice attempt to res right in front of Flippy when he had
brazen that was.
Very, very brazen. But you know, this is what these teams are all about. They're all about, you know, just the I'm just gonna go for it. You know, we've got to try, don't we? And Ibibi, you know, why not?
Didn't want to wait for the Foxy Glass, just going into with the visor on its own, and proving worthwhile, getting that damage, getting those picks. Diva out mech and staggered. Huge work there from Coventry. Great.
Not letting them get back in the mech there. It was good. You can't just back away from that. You've got to make sure they are not going to come back quickly.
And this is a really tough position for the Buffaloes to try and take the cart again, because right on the corner, lots of ways for Coventry to rotate and just defend it.
Yeah, we are so close to an EMP, and I think that is going to be the difference maker for this fight. If that EMP can come out,
I think it will be an EMP bomb.
Yeah, the good old classic. Oh, but what happens if all your team is dead before that even happens?
Buddha take out Elbow. Oh, and the Molten Core out.
Molten Core from Torbjorn there. Ghosty finally gets it.
Denying that space so that the team can't go through to the point. Really good work there.
Actually doing some work now.
Ghosty's been excellent, like just staying in the back line, putting in consistent damage and good. And the remake kill!
Oh, now did that? I think the EMP did come out there.
I think it did. That's why
EMP came out with the Diva bomb. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. I think we are finally going to take this point as the last person goes down.
Yeah, they should be able to pull it round. 3 on the cart, get to the end. and they should do it just before overtime procs.
Yeah. With just seconds to spare though. No,
Oh,
we're not
this
going to go
look-
in, are we? We're not
No,
going to go in, no.
can't
Don't be
be.
silly.
They
Oh!
are.
Oh!
They can't. They just didn't touch.
No.
They all just stepped off.
I
Buffalo.
mean, brilliant distraction there, throwing the path down. Like, I'm not sure if they were actually going to take the fight, but they.
Oh my gosh.
Buffalo were concerned enough that the fight was going to happen that they thought, you know, we better go and take the fight to them, not maybe realizing that they had a second left, and it was just going to, yeah, oh no, Buffalo, not like this, Buffalo.
They just didn't touch.
Oh.
Is that an actual C9? Was that an actual C9? I think it might have been
Yeah,
an
I
actual
think
C9.
that may be the legal definition of a C9 when you are in control and you just step on the point. There was no need for them to step on the point there. They had to take the checkpoint. Like say, Coventry were not fully regrouped. That fight probably wouldn't have gone anywhere for them if they were going to take it. And they all just kind of said, you know what? No, we don't like to push a point. That's your job, Coventry. You like pushing point, not us.
I've got no words. The only thing is, just don't C9. Don't C9.
Easier said than done, though, isn't it? These things do
my-
happen.
I mean, the one benefit is we are getting that game 5. We are going all the way. This has been a fantastic series so far.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
our first ever women in esports Overwatch game, and it's going all the way. Couldn't ask for more. It's been full of ups and downs. Big props to
Absolutely.
both teams. It's amazing.
I knew these teams were going to give us a good run for our money today, and they certainly have. It's been entertaining all the way backwards and forwards. And yeah, the Buffaloes just wanted to make sure that we got that map 5 to see who the true winner is going to be. Now, I think our next map is going to be Colosseo, which is another push map, which is very close. The first push map we had, wasn't it? There was very little between it.
It was. I think it's. You can see here already, like what we said, the difference between Coventry, the first push map, and now first push map. They were using all their ults at the same time. 2 or 3 of them when they only need to use one. Being very ineffective with their abilities and cooldowns, as opposed to Belfast. But Coventry have improved on that as each game have gone along. So this could go either way. The big thing though you have to watch out is Flippy with the Pharah on these push maps. Flippy's Pharah doing some big work there. And if Inter Astro could get like those Sojourn picks off as well here, this is assuming they're going to go back to those same comps. Coventry are going to find it very difficult here. Purple Dove being brought back in, I can completely see why. You want that Reaper to like go in, fight against the tanks, and build up and contest Timmy the robot. Let's see what happens.
Reaper is good on these maps because you do a lot of close action fighting, don't you? So if Purple Dove is going to have that Reaper pick, which seems to be their comfort pick, that is actually really good. Flipping up as Pharah, it may not be great at the beginning because you kind of do have that sort of enclosed area where a lot of fighting goes on. So it might not be ideal. They might want to play more of a brawly comp as well with a bit of Reaper of their own. I would love to see some Lucio speeding people around though. I think that's really handy on this map.
Definitely.
Especially when you need to get that last little bit of stagger going on.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but apparently there's some tech with Anna where if Timmy's walking the robot, if you sleep dart him, it slows him down, like it stops for a couple of seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'd like to see something crazy like that. Someone do that to the robot with Anna so that we could see some of these fun little interactions on push.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like we may be getting the Lucio that I've been wanting on this with the Spooder. That could be a really good combination, speeding Reinhardt and Reaper into the team. Not much healing with just Fallen Ice Matt Murphy though, if that is how they're going to go down that.
That was my biggest concern, the healing output. But no, Lonely Kitty decided to go with the Kiriko instead.
I think it's just a speed boost out the door, which is perfectly fine. You got to get to that robot before everybody else. We are going to have a Reaper off into Astro and Purple Dove, both taking those
It's
picks.
on the Junker Queen, which I think is going to be interesting going up against Reinhardt. Both very brawly. The damage output is very similar, so who wins?
Yeah. And there's a big res coming in, falling like Page for it.
But Flippy taking out too. quick
Yeah.
succession
Big
there.
railgun, it charges up so quickly, and when you're fully charged, it is very scary to deal with it. Once again, guys, we do have Coventry Crosshairs in the red and Belfast in the blue right now.
It's they're just going in, and Flippy must be loving the fact that there's a Reinhardt just so they can easily charge up their railgun off the shield.
Yeah, into Astro trying to find something in that back line there and sneaking away as quickly as he came in, because that's no place to be when 1v3 ain't going to work out too well for you. Oh, that railgun though.
That was huge. Flippy taking a BB, but a BB straight back up.
Yeah, the red comes out, Fallen Knight just skipping around trying to avoid all the shots there, and it's good, they do get away until Flippy pops off with that overclocked railgun.
So you can see that what a Flippy was doing with there was just taking that high ground, trying to deny Coventry that space so that they can the rest of the team can push Timmy and the block there a little bit further, and this has allowed into Astro to go up there with them as well.
Oh,
unfortunately, maybe outstayed their welcome there.
Yeah, maybe we don't go up there. The whole team's watching you slowly reappear in that Reaper form. It can be a bit of a curse. Now, what they want to do here is stop them from getting the point.
Yeah, right now the big thing for the Buffaloes is to try and get it under the tunnel. Crosshairs want to stop them, but that's a big shatter.
Oh, Spudo with that huge shot, and then going in on that Kitsune path really quickly. Just managing to take that big damage with that huge and fast hammer swing. Yeah. We are just going to see a regular glasses, no Foxy glasses this time.
Yeah, didn't want to use the Foxy glasses there, but very well disciplined there from Coventry, because like in the first game, they would have used that hammer down, the glasses and the Kitsune rush all at the same time.
I've had enough of Flippy now, get that fire strike straight into their face there.
So Flippy, please.
I think if BB's trying to take an angle here to use that attack fiber, into Astro's also taking an angle to use that
might be combo. Will they try combo with that rampage?
Oh,
probably not needed. No, there it is. There it goes. Gets
a little bit after, but it's enough, yeah.
But it's put enough to stagger Coventry there, as Spudo went down.
Oh.
But not before they took out Islimp there.
A BB desperately trying to run away there and just escapes with a fraction of health. Gotta have them legs on that soldier though to get away from that stomach. Oh, hang on. Flippy is just taking the fight right to them with that overclock. Yep. If you can't come down here, you can't touch the point, and there's nothing you can do. Into Astro as well, helping out. The point has been taken. They now have earlier spawn.
So the good thing here for the Buffaloes is while Timmy does his little butt scratch, they can push forward and try and get more damage and kills before having to go back onto the robot to push it further. But Coventry just holding at the robot and taking down into Astro very quickly.
Oh, that sounds like another big shatter from Spuda there. Oh, hang on, we have got the Orisa back for Islimp here with that annoying little javelin that did push everyone back a little bit, but it wasn't quite enough to take that fight.
Yeah, the Buffaloes have got the faster respawn now, so they can take a fight a little bit earlier than Coventry would ideally like. But as you can see, the ult advantage is currently, I'd say, leaning towards Coventry, so they can take this fight very easily if they wanted to utilize those ults. Perhaps we'll see those Foxy glasses come out.
Yeah, come with regular glasses. Oh, I think the puppet's out as well.
There it is.
The puppet's not very. I don't think a BB's on the path.
No, so they weren't able to utilize the Foxy aspect of their glasses, but they got the team fight win, which is the important thing. Purple Dove taking down that Orisa, staggering them, which is huge. Great work by them.
Nice swing by Smooth there. Staggering into Astro as well. That's going to be a bit of a catch-up if they want to have a full team fight. And Coventry on the attack.
The benefit here is that Flippy has got the high ground and able to just pour down some damage and try and to slow them down a little bit. Purple Dove with the ult there. Yeah, didn't get much from it, unfortunately.
On the Valkyrie, trying to keep everyone alive and to keep it. Oh, here comes the overclocked railgun. Fallen Knight desperately zipping around, making good use of that Mercy new jump feature that you have no Overwatch 2. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to have a Coventry Crosshairs a little bit further push. Yeah, it's going down. Everyone's going down on the side of the Buffaloes.
Yeah,
One by one.
Coventry could actually cap. Oh wow!
Ooh.
Walked straight into that.
That was an
charge.
important place to reappear. Very unfortunate.
That is a proper like Halloween jump scare right there. I'm just gonna walk around the corner, and then surprise, Reinhardt.
And how did he get away with 2 HP as well?
I know, right?
That's ridiculous. Alright, now we do need to try and get that robot over the line. Yeah, here comes Big Death Blossom from Into Astro, finding Lonely Kitty. Oh, but he goes down, he pays for it. We are just exchanging blows and heroes here. Flippy in the back line though.
It's gonna
just
be
let him do
close.
what he wants to do. Flippy's an absolute menace to society, taking everyone down. Ooh.
But BB not having any of it, wants to make sure they do push it, and they cap the second point as well. At this point,
so
they
close,
just need to push it a little bit further, and they take the lead here. And now they've got the lead. Coventry.
It's a tiny lead at the moment, but it's still a lead, and it can still go either way. Especially,
that's all they need, especially
it's them coming in with his ultimate, I think. It's
it.
big.
Gets a lot of damage there. And
Oh.
Purple Dove did great to hold that the robot there for as long as they did.
And this is going to go all the way back now. This is mad.
It's a long way to go. Like, the Buffaloes need at least 2 team fight wins here to be able to, at the very least, just get to the second point, and then they have to push it further than Coventry did.
Yeah, Lonely Kitty does go down. That is the majority of their healing. Oh, the coalescence from Elboat. We're seeing it. Oh,
Should take out the Mercy. Great
oh,
work
and
from
like
Flippy.
nearly gets away, but not quite. And yet we are going to have a push potentially up to the winning area from Buffalo here.
This is where the Buffaloes need to push it round the corner. The good point is they don't need to do the butt scratch anymore. They just got to push it. But Coventry trying to deny them that. Oh no.
Buddha had to go in on that Mercy there, had to catch Hyperviolet. Meanwhile, then attack visors have come back out and finding everyone, and we're going to push it back into the Coventry cross.
Here we go.
Mad. This is so backwards and forwards. I love it.
This is almost like a mirror image of what happened at the Overwatch League finals between Dallas and San Francisco. Both teams showing pure excellence, back and forth, hype gameplay. What more could you want? This is amazing stuff.
Some edgier seats for everything. Spudo with a big charge, and then maybe another big shatter coming out. Oh, he's got to keep that shield up though until he's fully
I think
healed.
Spudo might want to wait as well, just because Purple Double get their ultimate remote, but no. Goes in.
Spudo wants it now.
Doesn't get any kills off it, but there's a block from Purple Dove.
Oh, Purple Dove did it. Taking advantage of that little moment where everyone was kind of recovering from the shatter, I think. Flippy again being incredibly invasive. We've only got 1 minute 20 left, and this could not be closer.
It's amazing what we're seeing here. Like, I think we could categorically say between the two teams at the start of the start of the series on New Queen Street, Purple Dove might have been the worst player in the server, but now they've come back with a vengeance, saying no, this is my game as well. Look at them going in. Oh,
close there.
Almost got Astro, and they get him. Great work there, but unfortunately Flippy taking revenge for their fallen comrade.
Flippy's angry now.
Very angry.
Okay,
oh,
dangerous
so
red
close.
there. Oh, hang on. Everything's popping off there. Ultimate's going everywhere now. And we are in the last 30 odd seconds here though. We've got one more team fight in this, and Buffaloes have got quite a long way to push this robot.
One more team fight for Coventry to win it. But Buffaloes do need to win maybe 2 fights to be able to push it further. And even then, they're very close to Coventry's spawn point, so it's going to be make or break here.
Got a Bastion now as well. Oh, the Kitsune comes out with the Bastion on the map!
Oh my god!
It's absolute carnage!
And BB with the Foxy glasses, and this should be the win for Coventry.
On that path, the Bastion and the attack visor, what can you do? Absolutely nothing. So much damage, so fast. Coventry, well deserved that win, but that was so backwards and forwards, wasn't it? Absolutely mad. Flippy, another player of the game, being an absolute phenomenal player today.
Well served.
Mad. brilliant work. Like, such evasive moves as well. You can tell that they've really worked hard on those characters. Like the Genji, the Sojourn, lots of jumping around and avoiding everything.
This game could have gone either way, but congratulations to our first on-stream winner of our winner in esports Overwatch 2, Coventry Crosshairs.
I never had any doubt. Coventry Crosshairs won that game, but like I said, Gihan, it was so backwards and forwards, wasn't it? Like, what a close game. Every map, like, I learned something new about all the players today, I think.
Yeah. And like I said, like, you saw players literally grow from like growth as they went on. Like Purple Dove, like I said, I don't mean any offense, but you know, I think it's safe to say they were like probably the weakest player in the server at the start of the day. But come the end of the day, holy, unbelievable! They were just so clutch, so key, so important, and proving why they deserve to be here. Fantastic play from the entire team there, like both from Coventry and from Belfast. I'm sure we'll definitely be hearing these names again. You know, Isimp, Inter Astro, Flippy, Hyperviolet, Elbow. Make sure you remember those names, though, because even though they lost, you know, any other day it could have been them winning.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go far on this little tournament that we've got going on here with women in esports. Brilliant show from both teams today. They say very backwards and forwards. That final map, you couldn't have asked for a better final map. Unfortunately, the C9 on Circuit Royale. Oh,
unbelievable.
I mean, who knows what could have happened there? Absolutely crazy. So yeah, Kihan, I must ask you, it's going to be hard to pick because I think everyone's been phenomenal, but who would you like as an MVP today?
I think I will, this might be a bit controversial, but I'm picking Flippy as my MVP. Despite being on the losing team, it was very much a toss-up between Flippy and Abibi, but I'm going with Flippy.
Yeah, those two hit scam players have been absolutely on fire today. Abibi on that soldier, you taking full advantage of Mercy Boost, taking full advantage of the Kuriko, and Flippy, his evasive skills on that soldier and that Genji. You know, very
Genji,
skilled.
Sojourn, Farah. You know, they showed a variety of things. It's incredible.
But yeah, I just think the running away, the power of surprise, the power of running away, hiding, and then hi, I'm still here, and now I've got an ultimate, and
Yeah, it's like parkour skills at its finest, wasn't it?
Yeah, so really good from Flippy and Abibi. I'm gonna go for Abibi, because I just love those tag visors coming out today.
I guess it's up to chat to decide the tiebreak. Abibi or Flippy, you decide.
Yeah, chat, let us know what you think. Guys, we are hopefully going to be going into our next match very shortly. So do stay tuned and we will be back. Yeah, we'll be back very shortly after this short break with the next match.